Hello everyone and welcome back to another video of mine. This time I'm back with Heaven's Secret 3, Season 1, Episode 9. I hope that we finally get to see our man and possibly we get to witness the exchange between Michael's brother and Buzzly Bob so that we can finally move along. And I truly do hope after the last episode with seeing how weakened Sifa Malum is, and apparently he needs all the strength he can get, that MALBONTE can finally catch a fucking break. So let's just see. If you want peace, prepare for war. Well, shit. Yes, my bitch. Episode 9. Oh my goodness gracious. I have the feeling that this is Latin. Yeah, I can't say that. Yes, my bitch. Alright, let's go. This episode contains description of violence. Well, shit. What now? Who is gonna be tortured? Oh, right, I forgot. If you want peace, prepare for war. Literally. Nimi's whisper pulled me out of my stupor, but silence still hung heavy beneath the dome. The fuck? Like, why? Just to set an example? That angels are growing more weak by the day because they don't have a god anymore. The immortals froze, horrified at the sight of the firstborn angel swaying on chains. The shock was so great that even the screams had faded. Over there! We followed Kira's small trembling finger as she pointed at the ceiling, and the gaping, twisted maw of the shattered roof shadows appeared. They slowly drifted past the firstborns, unmoving bodies, and soundlessly descended in front of the parting crowd. Huh? Y'all, if we would have seen abominations, I would have run for the hills. The second they start merging the stories, I'm out. A woman in black took several steps forward, her heels scraped against the floor. Huh? She cast an emotionless gaze over those present and spoke loudly, sharply, and with the same indifference. Oh my goodness gracious. I had the feeling it was Felonia. God damn it. Sifa Malum regrets that he could not attend the celebration. Oh, hell to the fucking Thank goodness that he's not here, because I feel like he would be exposing himself and his vulnerabilities if he would have showed up. Because, again, considering what we saw in the last episode, he literally is slowly dying. Like, he now only consists out of bones. He is completely out of energy. That's why he's depending so much on the MC of Estrella's broken heart to actually get him more followers. But he couldn't but extend his gratitude to see as is proper on this day. Girl, just don't. As Rose leapt. The minion turned to the other mortals and gave a short nod. They immediately spread into several rows and seized some of the angels, gripping their heads. They were just one move away from death. Dimona, I'm thinking. I quickly looked around. Look at all this, goddamn. Some of the guards that were patrolling the sky are probably already dead. Not many here can fight. Besides, if a Malum's followers took hostages, if we try to attack, we'll lose a dozen angels right away. What should I do? We'll need to figure out how to save everyone. Damn it. A demon stepped forward. He held a golden chain trailing somewhere behind him. Oh, hell no. Now they're gonna try to bind their wings. Pathetic. I hated this in Heaven's Secret 1. When Lucifer and all the other angels wanted to leave, and they were restrained by the seraph. Behold Sifa Malum's gift. Behold my fist. The chain led to a heavy golden collar clasped around an angel's neck. Huh? But the angel didn't look broken. He snarled like a rabid dog, madness frozen in his eyes. I'd prefer if you stayed Shay. Gold. I peered into his burned, distorted face. I feel like I know you from somewhere. Oh my god, look at his wings. I feel I remember this man from Heaven's Secret. In the first book, he mostly came out like after the celebrations of the first festivities, where Lucifer and RMC saw for the first time the tree where we were gonna be giving up our powers in order to revive Malbonte. He was the one at the banquet, wasn't he? Oh god, the wings. It's the wings. No way. Me, Addie! Astro studied with us and fought in the battle against Malbonte. What happened to him? More, what happened to his wings? I can't imagine what happened to his face. The demon gave the chain a sharp jerk and freed the angel. Astro straightened his shoulders and leaned forward slightly as if smelling blood. He paced without hurrying, looking over the rows of immortals, and stopped at the choir. He looked into the eyes of one of the singers. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh my god. Y'all, he's marked. He has been marked. He's no longer his own person. For those that watched Wings Club, he's carrying Walter's mark. He's carrying Sifa Malam's mark. He gone. He shifted his gaze to another. Then he roughly grabbed another singer by the shoulder and hissed through his teeth. On your knees. The immortal obeyed. Astar looked at the other choristers, and that alone was enough. Every single one of them knelt. What? Is he gonna pull out his fucking sword? He hated demons. Why did he turn against us? Bastard. Of course he doesn't. But he's the type of guy, I'm on the winner team. If I have the feeling that being on the good side is no longer an option for me, even though this man is draining me dry, I'm gonna be on his fucking side. Because as of right now, I don't have any other options. Like, he's the type of person to jump between sides. The second I see that being here with you is a good option for me, I'm gonna dump Sifa Malam, fine by me. But as of right now, Sifa Malam has the power. So bye, bitches. I just love Addie. He literally is just so relatable. Bastard. I never liked him. We have to do something. And what are you gonna do? Addie, can you slip out unnoticed? I'll try. Do you have a plan? Aragon must have left an energy trap. Maybe it didn't go off yet. Got it. Be careful. Yeah, do not separate my babies. Addie quickly brushed his fingers across the angel's chin. Yes! Finally! Ah! You go, boys. Always. And then he vanished into the darkness. Why so quiet? Aren't you supposed to be praying? Praying for the Lord and Holy Savior. Sing for us. It's Christmas after all. This man has gone completely berserk. Is he not actually looking at his wings? The choristers exchanged glances. The psalters in their hands trembled. I said sing. The immortals parted their parched lips, and once again magical voices rang under the dome, voices full of terror. Astor closed his eyes, swaying his head slightly. He began to hum with them. What in the holy hell? No, that won't do. Sing louder. Is this bitch for real? We haven't seen him in Heaven's Secret too. And now all of a sudden he thinks that he can make an entrance? The voices grew stronger. The song sounded clearer. What is this fucking bitch's plan? Is he gonna have them strain their vocal cords? Louder. And the choir obeyed, but with each verse their voices trembled more and more, their breath faltering. No, I still can't hear you. Louder. They shouted the words of prayer as if it were the last thing left of their faith. And when the sound reached its limit, when heaven itself seemed to pause to listen, Astor drew his sword. Yep. This is so fucking pathetic in so many different ways. With a single swing, he cut the throats of the nearest singers. Their bodies remained motionless as their heads toppled and rolled to their feet, mouths twisted open. Their white wings slowly sagged, soaking through with scarlet blood. The last chorister lost the melody. He quivered, stepping back. Sing properly. Astor's voice was calm, almost gentle. It offered one last hope. The young man sang again, his voice trembling but holding, without saying a word. Esther broke his neck. The singing was too quiet. What in the... Like, why? Just why? One of the minions burst out laughing. Did you really think Ziphamelin would let you pray to his brother, who locked him in prison? To the wide wind taste the bitterness of our vengeance. A cacophony of screams and cries suddenly filled the space. The panic was deafening, all-consuming. Finish them. The minions snapped the angels' necks. The immortal screamed, breaking for the exit. One of the angels rushed toward a child trapped between the rows of those fleeing. She scooped him up in her arms, but didn't manage even 2 steps. The crowd surged like a storm. Both were trampled. Their bodies vanished beneath the running feet. No! I darted toward them, but the crowd swept me away like a school of fish. I felt helpless. The henchmen weren't using powers I could suppress or mirror. The arcs of the dome cracked. A blast wave struck from the side. One of the angels flew into the air, only to be hurled back like a rag doll after crashing into a column. Sliding down, he whispered, "Oh my god." Like, this is actually fucking painful. Like, just thinking about it. Sifa no longer is alive. Like, they are praying to just their own hope at this point. Because it's not like God is there anymore. He gone. Plague killed him. They're praying to a God that no longer exists. Sifa, don't forsake us. His voice was barely audible over the screams. He didn't realize that pitiful scraps of what had once been a wing were sticking out of his right shoulder. He kept whispering words of prayer, staring at the sky that was no longer visible through the clouds of smoke. The woman in black remained uninvolved. She stood in the same spot, staring ahead like a robot, never glancing at the chaos around her. I raised my hands to conjure a protective dome. Rage boiled inside me. I knew what death was. I'd seen it. I saw it, accepted it. But the way they barged into our world so shamelessly, so cruelly. They drowned our prayers in blood and turned our songs into the screams of the dying. A fireball nearly hit me. Mimi knocked us both to the ground and dragged me behind a column. We hid behind it. They almost put a hole in you. And they'll regret it. But they didn't, did they? I cannot. At this point, nah. But they didn't, did they? But thank you. I get it. We need to get out of here. And how? Looks like everyone who tries to fly out gets killed. We peeked out to see another body falling from the ceiling. And no one is actually realizing that pattern. They know the second that they try to fly that they die. That sucks, but we can fix it. Cover me. Mimi? I didn't manage to grab her hand. She'd already darted out of cover. A charge of energy hissed through the air, but I deflected it, sending it ricocheting upward to slice off a piece of glass. In a couple of leaps, Mimi reached one of the henchmen. A brief touch to his neck, almost tender, she leaned to his ear and whispered something. The immortal's eyes widened for a moment, then narrowed in fury. He turned around and lunged at his own men with a growl. In his frenzy, he knocked one of his allies down and nearly burned another through. The trace lasted only a moment, but it was enough. Mimi slipped away. In the turmoil, some of the immortals seized the chance and broke free from under the dome. I'm sorry, and where was MALBONTE in all of this? A little earlier, what? As soon as Addy burst into the sky, as soon as he breathed in the icy wind, pain seared through him. A whirl of heat burned up all the oxygen, and Addy's lungs clenched convulsively. He coughed, unable to breathe in. What? Jerking to the side, he tore free of the tightening ring of fire and immediately heard a voice behind him. Oh my god, I saw him at the end of Heaven's Secret 2. Where do you think you're going? Why are you talking to me? To my mommy. Addie! To my mommy. I'm scared. Will you let me go? Without waiting for an answer, he somersaulted through the air, dodging another surge of flame. That was so funny. Your mom is not home. She's been waiting in my bed a long time. Ha ha, patum pts. What a lame that joke. How vulgar. He dove down sharply, then shot off to the side, hiding behind the rubble of the dome. When the minion flew in after him, Addy struck first. He unleashed a barrage. Dozens of small fireballs cracked through the air. The fire scorched his enemy's face, and he screamed, blinded. He spun, losing control, clutching at his burned flesh as he plumped down. Period. His body was pierced by a sharp shard of the spire jutting from the sharded dome. Pero, you're right. Does he look alright? Doesn't matter, you're next, Addy! The finessing. Addy didn't wait. He darted to the southern wall, where faint signs glowed in the old stone. He pressed his palm to them and released a surge of energy. The symbols flared with the blood-red predatory light of the trap. Addy cast a glance at the sky, to where the reinforcements were supposed to come from. Hurry it up. Addy, what a king. Everything felt like a dream in slow motion. Screams, light, fire. Just then I noticed one of Sifa Malon's followers turn around, his gaze burning like a flame. He raised his hand and torrent of fire rushed to the side straight at a boy. Oh my god, no. What a cutie pie. Just a child, immortal yet still able to die. Remember Tarnal's teaching. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, because he did say whatever we do from now on will actually have an impact. Don't interfere. Nah, protect the boy. I didn't weigh the risks. I just launched forward. I raised a protective dome, but it wasn't strong enough. The flame tore through the edge and licked my arm. The pain struck sharp and searing, but I'd already scooped the child up and rolled to the side, dodging the next blast. My skin burned, but beneath it, power was already trembling. Regeneration was doing its work. Oh, my child. I mean, truth be told, if we have the power for generation and we actually manage to do something with the power that hunger stirred inside of us, then let's fucking use it. The pain is gonna be there, but it's only gonna be short. Thank you. He shook in my arms like a drenched nestling. I wanted to say everything was going to be alright, but the words stuck in my throat. No! Don't tell me he's dead again! Why? Sammy stood in front of us, swaying slightly, rocking from heel to toe, ready to collapse any second. Are you okay? Do I look okay? Sifa, Sammy, you just... Lowering his gaze, he touched the edge of the glass slowly. His fingers dipped into hot, vicious blood. Oh? He didn't even know! He stared at us unblinking, as if he didn't feel pain, only surprise. Why in the holy fuck is it always Why? No, if he fucking dies, I'm gonna replay the fucking episode. I don't give a fuck. Like the hell. For wanting to protect an innocent child, my baby Sammy dies again. This is literally a backflash to Having Secret 1. I had a vision of your death. I wanted to shield you. Addy caught his beloved in time. Sammy's clothes were already darkening, soaking through with blood. We need help. Will he die? Babe! I don't know. You wanna help me? Something inside me shuddered and arced, dragging me into a deep, cold pit. On one side was the boy, on the other side was Sammy. What? So what? Ah! Every act of light will be paid for. Cruelty, Simona? Hell to the fucking no, and we let him die? Simona, help me lift it. What in the holy fucking... I just wanted to be a good person. Yes, coming. The shot. Don't even think about pulling it out, or he'll lose a lot of blood. I helped lift Sammy so that Addy wouldn't touch his wound. The angel's eyelids were heavy, his lips blue. We'll fly ahead. I'll cover you. The boy clung to my leg, explosion, scream stomping thundered around us, but I heard none of it. My ears rang. No, it wasn't my thoughts ringing, piercing, stabbing me from within. And I realized there was no choice, only payment, always payment. I looked at the bodies of the firstborns again, and the blonde hair of the angel who'd passed his curse onto me. Tarnal warned me. At that moment, the whistle of wings cut through the air. Fighters of the Order of Resistance burst through the gas in the dome. Dino was at the very... Y'all, I don't even want to continue. Why is it always Addie? Why is it always Addie and Sammy never catching a fucking break? This is literally a backflash to the first book. We're leaving. The glass part of the dome shattered in every direction. Shards swirled in the air like steel petals, and one pierced the henchwoman's side. Damn it. Dino's face blazed with light and fury, his wings trembling with rage. He walked straight toward her. But suddenly Mimi intercepted him. Thanks, Eva, you're here. You'll never guess who we saw with those bastards. Maybe not now. You know her? Dino looked past the demon's shoulder, but the minion was already gone. She got away. Why, Sammy? Why, Sammy? Why? Why? And it's funny how when we do something nice and payment has to be made, it's always someone close to us, y'all. It couldn't be just a random angel dying, apparently. No, it had to be someone close to home. The next time, I'm gonna just have everyone die. Apparently. That's what the story is telling me. The second I try to help someone, more cruelty will happen. Many of the minions were destroyed, others fled. Those they wanted to take prisoners chose to kill themselves. Blind devotion had done its work. The Order sent sea dragons and wagons to evacuate the wounded. The air smelled of soot, ash, and burned wings. We returned home, exhausted, frightened, full of rage, and stripped of hope. Please tell me that fucking Sammy is alive, or I swear on all that is holy, I'm done. Aragon learned of what had happened as soon as the energy trap was triggered. When he was given the details, the sheriff didn't say a word. He rose slowly from his desk, squared his shoulders, and calmly made his way to the dungeon. He stopped at Naum's cell, but didn't open it right away. He just watched. The emaciated prisoner didn't sense his approach. Naum rose from the cot and looked into Aragon's eyes with hope. Did you manage to negotiate with Michael? No. He pressed his palm to Naum's head, and the next second energy surged inward. What? Aragon tore apart his mind, shredding his memories without even trying to look or understand, carelessly and furiously. Everything that Naum had been, his decisions, attachments, pain, faith, broke apart into sharp fragments. Consciousness crumbled to dust. What is he doing? Aragon lifted his hand from his forehead, and Naum's body went slack, collapsing back onto the cot. He no longer spoke, no longer looked on with hope or with fury. His gaze was void of life. Seems like choosing the wrong side is in your blood. Aragon turned around and walked out. Naum didn't notice. What the fuck? Am I supposed to understand why he did that? Upon arrival, I immediately hurried to check on Sammy, but Aurelius didn't let me see him. Fortunately, the angel was expected to be fine. He'd survive, but he needed time to recover. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my god! This story better stop. I stood in front of the closed door for a minute, listening to the silence behind it, then dropped my shoulders and walked away. Like I would have stayed in front of the door crying my heart out like the fuck. What? We get to choose a room now? This is so fucking pathetic on so many different ways. Oh my god. Every room is gorgeous, though. Of a private. Of a leader. Honestly, you know what? I don't care. Let's have it of a leader. It was quiet and dark inside. I quickly stripped off the bloody clothes and angrily threw them into the corner. I caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror of my body, adorned only with small scars. Trying to regain a sense of control, I got rid of the tattoo, the reminder of plague and everything she had done to me. Naked, I padded over to the screen and slipped into a nightgown. Seductress, please. Innocent like the Virgin Mary. You know what? Tenderness. We're gonna go with tenderness. Alright, MALBONTE is outside, but I didn't think he was allowed to come into our room. Reading treatises on MALBONTE. Haha. Sifa, did I throw my clothes right at him? Happens. He better know it. MALBONTE stood in a corner of the room, shrouded in darkness. Nothing new. He was holding a book, the very one I'd once dragged here, drunk and lonely just to feel him close. I snatched it from his hand. Oh my god, he was reading the title? I thought he was complaining about the fact that we threw the clothes at him. What are you doing here? MALBONTE lay down on the bed, arms spread along the headboard. He looked at me from under his brow, as bold as ever, but somehow distracted. There's underwear. Ha. The tears! I decided to rest while they keep me locked up. Here. What's the problem? You're my... He paused and it caught me off guard. It was rare for him to be at a loss for words. Wife. As he motherfucking should. You're my wife. You'd better go. Back to where you were sleeping before. No, you fucking shut the fuck up. Like, you have been away from that fucking man for 4 fucking years, and she's still behaving like that bitch. And you don't care where that is? Where have you been staying? No. Laya? Where, though? Now you're asking? No, bitch. Don't give her the satisfaction, MALBONTE. Period. Don't give her the satisfaction. Like, if she's behaving like a bitch like that, I wouldn't tell her shit. He got up, came closer, and gently smoothed down my hair. Oh my god, he's taking Trevelius. That's even worse. And Trevelius. I looked into his eyes and felt old unease rising inside. Can I tell him about Tarnhill? After all, I have to carry this burden till the very end now. What are you thinking about? You can read my thoughts. Do you want me to? He's such... We're seeing so much angel lately from MALBONTE. This is so sweet. Like, he knows he can read our thoughts, but he is choosing not to. The way he respects her so much after she literally left him to rot in the prison cell for 4 years. I could never. I gazed into his eyes for a long time. MALBONTE was supposed to fight Sifamalum, to give his life to justifying arrogance, generosity. Did I have the right to burden him with this too? I mean, this has nothing to do with, like, getting rid of Sifamalum, does it? I kept stalling. I wanted to share, but something held me back. Tarnhill's warning, perhaps. And so I answered, no, not right now. Let that bitch in. He's your man. The day of the hostage exchange. The island was split in two fragments of land hanging in the sky, joined by 2 narrow blade-thin bridges. Chains were driven into the stone on either side, the flags of 2 forces fluttering from them. They fluttered in the wind like banners on a battlefield. On one side stood Michael, Raphael, and Beelzebub. The latter's wings were bound with a golden thread. Raphael stood straight, but his blind eyes didn't move, only glowing faintly from within. On the other side stood Lucifer, Naum, and I. Seriously, they dragged a blind man here for back. Do not underestimate Raphael. I cast a glance at Raphael. You shouldn't underestimate that. Do not. Michael didn't take his eyes off his brother, who showed no reaction. I have no fucking clue what Aragon did to him. Did he take his memories? Since Aragon had burned his mind. He had burned his mind? That's a thing? Oh, that's fucked up, Aragon. That's actually fucked up. Who gave you the right? He was already a prisoner. And, like, malnourished, apparently, as well. And this man literally already was devoid of life. Like, literally, now he literally fried his brain, too. He did not deserve that. No, I'm sorry. Frying his brain. Naum hadn't uttered a word. Beelzebub stepped forward. How are you, buddy? The demons are waiting for you. Long time no see. Shall we begin? Does your master know what we're doing here? Our question's hardly relevant right now. I suggest we get to business and part ways. Or perhaps you'd prefer to chat before our reinforcements arrive. Michael's cold, almost arrogant tone irritated Lucifer. Fine, very well. Lucifer nodded to me and I took Naum by the elbow, pushing him toward the edge. You need to cross the bridge. Michael spoke without looking away from his brother. You may go. Beelzebub stepped onto the second bridge. When Naum and Beelzebub drew level, Michael suddenly leaned forward. Stop. The hostages froze in the middle of the bridges. Damn. Be ready. Alright. Wow, what's going on? Oh yeah. They fried his brain, so he's now just a former self, and this wasn't what they agreed on, didn't it? Look at me. What is it? Something's wrong with him. Yeah, Aragon fried his brain. I clenched Naum's ring in my hand discreetly. It burnt my skin. Michael looked at me. You put protection around him. Path of high adaptability, as it should be. I must admit, it's an excellent shield. I'd never encountered such power. You're welcome. His words sounded almost like a compliment, but there wasn't a hint of goodwill in them, only cold assessment hiding a thread. Y'all, I'm sorry. The way I'm thriving for this story, the fact that they managed to intertwine 3 insane storylines. I felt him trying to break through my shield again and again, probing, searching for a weakness, but the protection held. Not a crack, not a tremor. I warned you. Raphael in the back. Michael cast a brief glance at him, then fixed his eyes on me again. What? I told you not to try me. It seemed he was about to hurl an energy blast at me and break the shield by force, but he only said in a tone that suggested he was used to giving orders. Take down the shield. Let me get to him. No. What are you hiding? Simona will lower the shield only once Beelzebub is with us. Not a second sooner. I'm sorry. It's the fact we became the weapon. For a long moment he was silent, then Michael suddenly stepped forward, crossed the bridge in 2 leaps, grabbed Naum's head and shook him. Naum, brother, wake up. Yeah, we have a problem. I noticed. The rest happened in mere seconds. Michael recoiled, his face contorted with rage. You erased him. Okay, I'm confused. What exactly did Aragon do? I thought he actually kind of killed him, you know? That now he's just a shadow of who he used to be. He drew his sword and split the bridge beneath Beelzebub's feet with a sharp strike. Ooh, and it's down. Beelzebub couldn't spread his bound wings. The fall was inevitable. No. Lucifer dove after him. Michael followed them. I wanted to intercept, but Raphael blocked my Raphael again. I'm sorry. I can't let you through. What should I say? You started this. I'm sorry. Tell that to all the dead angels. Oh, now I get it. Now I get why Aragon was like, bitch, you ain't getting that. Because they knew about the angels that were gonna be killed. And he's like, you wanted a fair exchange after what your master actually did right now. You ain't getting that. I'm gonna do whatever it takes in order to get Beelzebub back, but you are not getting your brother back. Like, he gone for good this time. I don't care what it is that you want, but you didn't play fairly in the first place. Yeah, I don't need you to give me the sad eyes, Raphael. It happened. Oh my god, look at this! Meanwhile, Lucifer was plummeting, slicing through the air. His wings were flattening against his body. Falling awkwardly, Beelzebub was struggling to tear off the strong threads, reaching his hand toward him. Lucifer reached for him as well, fingers trembling in the air, almost touching his wrist. I have the feeling Beelzebub is gonna die. One more moment, and he would have made it. He would have. But suddenly something crashed into him from the side by devastating force. Yeah, Michael. Michael's blow slammed him into a cliff. The stone struck his ribs. His world spun for a second. Sky debris roar of the wind. Lucifer steadied himself, spread his wings sharply, and dove once again. Beelzebub was so close, but too late. The demon crashed. Lucifer froze in the air several feet above the body. Beelzebub lay on a stone, eyes half closed, lips frozen in a silent call. No sound, no movement. Lucifer descended beside him and crouched down slowly. His hands rested on Beelzebub's shoulders. He closed his eyes and pulled him into an embrace, pressing his forehead to his. Shh, come on, wake up. You can. I know you can. Get up. Silence. He did. Michael appeared on the ledge of the cliff. His voice was calm, cold, as though none of this concerned him, apparently. He won't wake up. I wished for his death. The fuck? That's a thing now as well? That's a thing now as well? That I can just wish for someone's death, and when they then actually could arrive in a moment where they could die, they actually then do die? I thought that if I want to kill an angel, and then I am the one that actually breaks their neck, they die when I truly want them to die, when it's my actual intention, but not if I'm not the reason of his death. Like, he pushed Lucifer away. God. Michael, you bitch. Honestly, they were the ones doing the... They betrayed them first by killing all these fucking angels at the dome. And now he expected a clean slice. I wished for his death. He turned and soared into the sky. Lucifer watched him for a long time. Then he hugged Beelzebub tighter, as if life could be passed on through touch. I'm sorry. That's fucked up. Nah, Michael, fuck yourself. I'm sorry. Like, he wanted his brother back, but then he should have been capable to actually do his part as well. You betrayed us first, so I betrayed you back. You should have, so we're both good now. You should have been the one to then make the next step. And not expect us to then say thank you for your services, for killing, 50% of my people. A crowd filled the narrow streets leading to the grand cathedral. Aragon watched them from the balcony above the entrance. The three-eyed raven perched on his shoulder, staring unblinking at the gathering. It was the first open gathering in 4 years, the first bold demonstration of defiance against Iphamelm. Rebecca leaped onto the railing, her silhouette sharp against the dark sky, her voice ringing like drawn steel carried over their heads. Her outfit, y'all. We tried to live with him, with the usurper, to preserve peace, bitter as it was. That monster knows we tried. The crowd rumbled, but Rebecca went on, her voice rising with every word. And how did he repay us? He took our homes, took our peace, took the very idea of freedom. And now even the holiday, our hope, our memory, our faith. Iphamelm wants to destroy all who do not bow before him, even if it means destroying the entire world. The immortals roared like a single beast, rising their fists into the air. I exchanged a glance with MALBONTE, and then Aragon spoke. He did not shout, and the crowd instantly fell silent to catch his prophetic words. If Melon wanted to see what angels are capable of when truly enraged. A pause, brief, terrifying. You shall find out. Oh! The crowd erupted. Anger and elation, fear and resolve merged in one echo of voices. Arrogance stood motionless, while a living tempest below raged ready to follow him. Well, that day when Arrogance's voice swept over the wandering island, everything changed. I can see that, he said. Where are the Protestants? Across all heaven, from the jagged spires of the former citadel to the black borders of the valley of death, flags flared. In hell, between the dug canals of the catacombs and the scorched canyons of the desert of sins, the flags of the order of resistance were raised. The war had begun. As it fucking should. At this point, as it fucking should. They just wanted one fucking demon back, and they couldn't even do that. Like, they took so many angels at that fucking banquet, and they expected peace from us. Raphael, like, he at least was the one that actually showed that he does not agree with anything that's going on. Whether it's just being, at this moment, Sifemalum's loyal slave, or allowing Michael to actually kill Beasley Bob, even though we had promise in exchange. Because even though his brother's brain is fried, he's still there. Like, but you see, what he wanted was to actually have him back. Like, he wanted us to actually go through with it with pride. Meanwhile, they completely lost theirs. I cannot. We will see what next episode is all about. I'm so fucking upset, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this video with me. Tell me in the comments below what you think was best, and I will see you in another video. Bye.